So when you ask the question, what am I meant to give my heart to? That's a life-changing question, because it begins to weed out all the things that aren't important and leaves that which is important. And that's a profound change, because it takes a person who's been more on the surface of themselves, going through a certain level of interaction with meaning and purpose, because everybody goes through that, but not really grabbing a hold of what am I meant to love. That's a whole different layer. To think that you're meant to feel passionately about something, to care deeply about something, to give yourself purposefully to something. And of course, it's different for different people, but it's all about love, and it's all about meaning, and it's all about how you're holding the purpose of yourself. What am I meant to love? And with what intensity am I willing to give myself to it? There's a few steps down the spiritual path too, from the beginning, because that longing to feel connected with meaning is something that gets stronger and stronger. And really, what the longing is the longing for God. Because the deeper you go into meaning, the more meaning your life has, the more you feel the divine in it. That's an axiom. The more meaning your life has, the more it feels infused with divine purpose, intent, essence. And so these two things interact. The desire for meaning and the sense of coming closer to divine purpose, to the divine. Those two things interact. And then the larger self is still dealing with the smaller self that says, I know what would give me meaning, or give my life meaning, but I don't think I can do that. Many people have that as a thought. I know what would give my life meaning, but I'm afraid to do that. And sometimes I'm afraid to do that because it will look foolish to others. Sometimes I'm afraid to do that because I don't know that I can actually be what I'm hoping myself is. It's a funny thing to say, but it's like that. I'm imagining a self that has the most meaning that I can imagine, but I'm not sure I can get there. So that's a self-doubt that one has. And sometimes it takes a while to know what you love with that intensity. But when you do find out, then you're at a threshold. Then you're at a threshold of whether you can afford in your own inner equilibrium to give yourself to it. Because giving yourself to it is what brings you closer both to the purpose of your life and to God.